Hello, welcome back. Last time I finished the second strawberry room, and I'm back on the main path now, so no more spiked wall bounces. Yes, more flipsiding and dreaming. So back to the main mechanics here. Okay, I parsed this room just enough to find the secret up there, so now let's do it for real. Okay. Go through there. Is that a dream bunny thing? No, I need a dash? Where am I going immediately after that? Wait, no, I get my dash back from touching that. Yeah, so I'm thinking Dream Hyper out of this, bunny hop on that, then we climb. Oh, we climb all right. Where am I going? All the way up to transfer across, and then... That's a big gap to jump, but I could believe a wall jump from here could reach there. Then I need a climb jump afterwards. Fall down carefully, get dreamy, and then... Do what with the dreaminess? There are no blocks that are falling here. That's all spiked up. Are these spikes retracted? They're different looking from those. I don't want to dream in that direction. Or do I want to dream down left? Yeah, I think these are actually retracted spikes. They're too short to poke me, somehow, long as they might look. Alright, so I think this is a down left dream, and I'm seeing, like, sort of a diagonal connection in the tiles there. Okay, so assuming that's what I'm doing, once I reach this spot, what, I do another upright, like that diagonal connection makes it look? So I'm certainly not going over this way, am I? There's stuff there. That's an ultra. Okay, yeah, those are more retracted spikes. It's like the spike retraction only goes far enough for shorter sprites, but for this one it goes the same distance, but since it's longer it all pokes out. How far do you think an ultra is going to get me? Far enough to wall bounce on that, I guess, is the idea? But then I just get here again. From there I go... Where am I going? Here? Right, that's clearly a Dream Hyper into Ultra. And then a wall bounce there, and that's the room. Okay, so if this is the last thing I'm doing... What does that mean? This clearly goes left to right. Where does it end up? Just back here at that. Ah, okay, so I'm not going through this wall to grab that. Can't I, though? That looks like a big skip I could just do. Maybe I can't reach a good angle for it? But if I did that... Like, couldn't I just grab this, go down left, dream grab, dash right, grab that, dash upright, dream grab, get this thing, dream down left, dream hyper, grab the thing, upright, dream hyper, grab the thing, hyper? Looks to me like there's a skip here. Like, why can't I go from this, to this, to this, back there, back here, to there? It's unclear to me what stops me. Also, no flip side in this room. Front side only. Okay. So, assuming there's a reason... Maybe this doesn't regrow. That would be a good reason. Okay, so I need to check if this regrows. Assuming it doesn't, which would make the room make more sense. How do you want me to transition out of this? So I'll use the diagonal movement to tell me where I'm going to come out if I enter Dream state here. I'll be... Yeah, okay, sure. Those tiles are lined up for a reason. I'll be in the, like, other brown rock around the brown dirt. Yeah, okay, so I'll be in the rock that's around the dirt. That the dirt is around. Both, kinda. So, okay. Moves I could do there. Dream grab, which I was originally planning. Would result in... uncomfortable things happening. But maybe doable? So dream grab, drop off, dash up light, up right, up left. Left and light. Dash up left. Corner kick, that's a 4 tile, I guess that's the normal distance. Yeah, I guess that's the normal distance. That's a 1 tile, which is not... I was doing 2 tiles? Did I do a 1 tile in that strawberry room? Maybe I did. Anyway, so just a super quick one. So right, blue hair, just jump through there, initiate the ultra once you get the crystal, get over here, wall bounce on that, climb up and... Actually, there's a weird spot right here. Double climb jump isn't going to get me over that electricity, is it? How high does that thing go? I always forget and it's always higher than I think, isn't it? No, that's 3 tiles. Hang on, so I get to there on the cactus. Ah, if the electricity were there, is it 3 tiles of electricity? It is. Okay, no, I think I can get over with that move. Because going to this wall... Unless you want me to corner kick, which you probably do. Not sure which of those things is healthier. I guess I'll try one, and if it doesn't work, I'll try the other. Anyway, but I want to wall grab this and test if that regrows. I'm gonna guess the answer is no, because if it does, that'd be a big skip. But maybe there is a big skip. However, I have a lot of stuff to worry about first. Do I understand the path? All this? No, not really. Maybe? I mean... this just looks like a gigantic stamina check. I feel like I'm going to be very short on stamina for the whole thing. Okay, so let's figure out that part. So the first move is that. First move is, remember, the dream hyper rhythm. It's like that, okay? Okay, gotta wait a little longer. That was still within wall bounce range if I had waited that full length. I think. What? Yeah, Dream Hyper Bunny Hop. Level asks me to do it multiple times, and I'm not great at it. Anyway, I'm here. That needed to be a neutral. Got it. Okay. Whoa! I am feeling markedly more capable of every corner kick now that I went through that strawberry room. Like, that was a learning experience. My dash isn't coming out. Am I pressing it too late? Too early? Yes, too... yeah, one of those. Too early was the answer. Right, Dream Hyper, always later than I think. Whoa! Right, but I used my dash. And I should wall bounce later, of course. Like that. Right, that needs to be neutral, remember. Okay, Dream Hyper. Later than you think. Inputs close together, but separate. There we go, neutraled. Whoa, this is way easier than the Watchtower made it look, what? Okay. Wow, okay. Usually within the same level, I don't get such a measurable improvement in skill. But just the confidence with which I'm able to approach these situations is quite something. Alright. So I'm here. I tried to dream grab, but I wasn't in the right position to do so. Yeah, so dream grabbing there is a little iffy. Let's try just plopping out and dashing into the crystal and see if it leaves an outline. Or, better yet, go through the wall. Now, if I find that this skip works, I'm not going to do it. I want to experience the full design of the level. But part of the design may be whether or not the skip works. Oops, right, what did I do there? I held left and made that, I don't know, a weird climb jump. What was weird about it? I don't know. Oh, right, I did it again. I was holding left. I need to hold no direction. Alright. Hold. First one is to the left. Why did I miss that? I was too high? Well, I held no direction, but then I missed. Gotta fire on all cylinders. Whoops, yeah, that wall bounce is, it's a tight one. I am, as always, tending to go too early with my jump input. Yeah, I can wait, like, so long. Okay. Easy. I'm here. Whoops, that's fine. And yeah, like, stamina is way more forgiving there than I would have imagined. Neither of those regrows, that's the answer. Okay. Everything makes sense. So, what that means is, but this one does. I heard it do it, and it has to for the rest of the room to work. And the, well, I have to come out of there with a lot of speed, but those growing spikes stop me from just, like, hanging out here for a moment, and even doing that wouldn't have helped me. Okay, so now, I don't know what to do with this transition. What happens here? Do I really have to flop out of the dream dash and immediately chain it into an up left corner kick? That sounds hard. That sounds like hard enough that I'm not going to be able to do it. But maybe it's easier than it sounds? Because the beginning of this room was easier than it looked. I just need to remember to actually neutral there. I keep forgetting what I'm doing. But also be low enough. Yeah. Garbage collection already. Fine, I'll just deal with you. No. Okay, my positioning there is not being as friendly as I'm expecting. There we go. Yeah, and I don't have to do much in the way of stamina conservation here. I can just do whatever. Oh. Yeah, that's the big killer spot. Let me look again and see if I can come up with any theory for how to do that better. So my angle of entry here is somewhat variable. I can probably... No, I think I do kind of have to dash as soon as I touch that, and try to touch sort of the upper left part of it. Probably. If I dream jump, I get, like, basically no time to reposition. There's a theoretical open-air, spiky corner jump spot there, but I learned my lesson in the strawberry room, and I will not be trying that. It also probably wouldn't get me high enough to land that dash. So yeah, I think I just have to time it. Like, after dreaming, go straight into an up-left dash on that, and... Yo, that sounds more precise than the open-air corner jump. Or I should try for a dream grab, just hope I get an angle that's compatible with that. I get about a 50-50 chance here based on how this terrain is. Because yeah, I'll either be coming out of the bottom of a tile or the left of a tile, and one of those is compatible with grabbing. Don't really like incorporating a coin flip into my strategy though. But a coin flip might be better than just trying to time this. Beyond that, assuming I nail that corner kick and land on that wall. Climb up a little bit. Do a super quick double jump, so climb jump away, then immediately press second jump button, which will probably get me the height to get over that electricity. Wave dash into ultra, wall bounce there. Try a double climb jump, which I think will work. If not, then I can corner kick there, which I think is actually super easy, so let's actually just do that instead. Looking at the situation and how it's treating me in the rest of the room, that's the easier of the two options. Which is wild to say, but that's where we are now. After that, dash down left, Dream Hyper. Don't forget how to do that in that spot. Time good your upright dash with this, which I'm going to be going fast for, so... Ooh, and I'll be close to that electricity and close to too far away from that wall to dash into it, so that's going to be a tough threshold to hit. Second Dream Hyper. Oh, and then it's not free after this. Third Dream Hyper after dashing. Into Ultra. Into Wall Bounce. Or even just dash up and grab the wall. I don't need any bouncing. Okay, yeah, so my main problem spot is right here. Let's try just timing an up-left dash and see how possible that feels. I haven't actually input a genuine attempt on that yet, so I just don't know. It might not be as bad as it sounds. Yep. Well, I did the dream grab. Even with that... Oops, not neutral enough. It's funny I can hear and feel myself attaching to that wall with the climb input before I die to the spikes. I thought spiky walls were unclimbable, but I guess like the bottom pixel of them can be attached to while I'm in the process of dying. I am just flabbergasted at how normal and natural these techniques are feeling now. Oh, if I buffer the dash... that might be set up so that I'll just naturally get a good angle. Let's buffer that dash. No, it is not. Nope. Okay, so that's not the answer. Just guess and hope? Is that what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try it a couple of times, and then I'll look for a better solution when that kills me too many times. My initial looking for a better solution didn't turn up much. So a dream jump feels like it gives me more control. I don't know if that's a false feeling, but that is what I'm feeling there. Oops. Oops, that was a dream jump, not a hyper. Ooh. Ah. Right, I need to... Okay, remember. I remembered the lesson that I learned multiple times in the first couple of rooms of this. Oops, that's not what I do there. Hold on, I want to practice something. I think I did what I wanted to do there. The quick double tap on the... Okay, that time it didn't work. I think I was too quick. Because that's a technique I'm going to have to do momentarily. I can go down a little bit if I want. That doesn't help. No, be very high. Maybe like a pixel down? That second jump did not come out. That jump arc I'm using. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 tiles to the left of where my head, well, torso, will be, is what I have to clear for the electricity. So yeah, this is a good practice spot for that. Easy to reach and similar shape. How many tiles left of where I jumped am I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, but 7 tiles is where the electricity is, not where I need to be. And there's another ledge of electricity just past that. Well, maybe it'll be fine. I'll try it when I get there because the other technique seems very unreliable. Before that, let's see if I can make it more reliable. Like, I'll hear if I've done it right. Like, what's wrong with my timing? Okay, I was actually too far apart with my jumps. I want them basically simultaneous. So pretend it's a dream hyper. Yeah, so simultaneous jumps. Let's just measure. Jump button 1, jump button 2. I want to go a little farther. Okay. With that measurement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That looks like about the same distance. Was I holding the jump button that whole time? Probably. Most of it. Okay, so perfect. Good measurement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I am clear of the 7th tile left of where I was, and hopefully I'll get over the other part of that, because otherwise I'm going to need a different move there. But okay, I think I understand how to do that theoretical move there. I just got to nail this impossibility. Okay, so 1 choke point, the rest looks fairly reasonable. Which again, it's so funny that I can say these words and like actually mean them, but I can. Okay, so that was too late. I did a dream jump, and yeah, if the rest is this reasonable, then I can mostly just practice that one spot. A little bit of iteration time, some failures on the way there, so, no. Right, no, learn your lesson. Hold outward before, like, very decisively hold outward before pressing the jump button. This is not what I'm doing. I was so confused because the state didn't look familiar. Later wall bounce. Remember when that was like the hardest thing for me to do? No, I'm not doing it right. Order your inputs better. There. And like, yeah, just wait a moment to do the other one. How? Okay, so Dream Jump definitely does help get me some control back there. Oops, my timing was bad somehow. Late wall bounce. I was too low. Don't let feet dangle. Some foot dangling is okay, just not too much. See, ordering my inputs actually makes the neutral a little bit harder here. Because I'm thinking harder about holding the direction, and that makes me hold it for too long. Okay, well, let's just solve that as a separate problem here. There. As long as I'm very deliberate about everything, it's reasonable to do. It's just, at the pace this is happening, it's hard to be deliberate about every action. Some of them I just have to leave to fate. And let my thumbs do the thinking. Whoops! Okay, I'm fine. How? That seems like a much meaner spot than everything else in the level, which makes me feel like I'm doing it wrong. Oops, that was the wrong direction. In the level, in the room, I mean. Wow. There we go, okay. Hey, I'm not even flashing. How? Okay, so I'm being too late. So error earlier. Just barely do a dream jump before the next step. Just barely. Ah, but mind your direction. Oops. Too early on the jump press and also possibly too low. I'm not sure which of those two things killed me. One of them did. That was too high. There we go. Alright, got the timing for that. But not that one. That was, I think, too early. That I'm not sure. That should have worked. Or so I thought. I lost my calibration. This was going so well earlier. Like, just the natural spot where I land on that wall is perfect. Don't adjust up or down from there. But I have no such natural spot here, so I have to go by, like, Madeline's sprite. Ah. If I don't get a good enough Dream Hyper bunny hop, then I just can't actually make it where I'm going. Natural spots. Yes, like that. Now. Well, I wasn't too late that time. That might have actually been valid with a different jump button press timing. Okay. I was too late again. And I'm just gonna try and hone into that. If I can calibrate... Again, it's like the only seemingly unsolvable problem in the whole transaction. Bah! Whoa, I'm... okay. And, like, I can tolerate one unsolvable problem that I just have to do by luck. I'd rather not. I'd rather solve all the problems, but if I have to have one... I feel like I'm too early in my dash there. Like, can I jump from... well, I'm still... that early in the dash? Sure, I mean, I can wall bounce immediately upon dashing, I think. Man, I just really don't like that spot. Let's try dream grabbing again. How will that help me? It gives me a moment to rest and not be seeing the very noisy dream sprite, and instead just understand where Madeline is by her normal body. That's how it benefits me. See, I tried to grab, but I didn't win the coin flip that time. Whoa, I'm too low. Yep. Strangely enough, first time I actually had that problem there. Oh, yeah, and suddenly I've just lost all my confidence for that spot. There we go. That's the way. I think I'm winning the coin flip, yes, okay. How? It's like I want to be a little farther away when I do that. Okay. So do I just drop straight down off of that wall grab? And, then dash from there? The farther away I feel like the harder it's going to be to judge that 45-degree angle, but I mean... nothing I can conceive of will do me any favors in that spot, so... doesn't feel like it's gonna get much worse than it is. It's like I want to drop left without jumping, and then input the dash. So I'm traveling at a 22.5-degree angle downwards, lining up with a 45-degree angle up to my left. Let me get out my ruler. Okay, but that does actually feel more possible to judge than anything else that I've tried so far. So that's gonna be my plan, I guess. And if I can just calibrate to a particular... okay, well, no, I can't really. Like, the fall on the way there means that it's always going to be a coin flip of whether I can do the dream grab or not. Because, like, there's just... I can't do anything with any consistency there. I did the jump... I didn't make it far enough right. I'm gonna have to hold to the left, or yeah, far enough left. Gonna have to hold left for longer. One, two, three. Yeah, normally these are 3 tiles away horizontally. That's a 3. That's a 3. Hang on, do I just not know how far 4 tiles is? No, that's 4 tiles. Hang on. Okay, I am gonna get out a ruler in the form of my fingers on the screen. Okay, so I'm measuring from index finger, inner knuckle, to fingertip is the distance of that thing. And yeah, here. Okay, my index finger, knuckle, to fingertip is exactly 4 tiles wide at this zoom. And yeah, this is 3 tiles. This is 3 tiles. This one's a 4. It's not a spiked wall bounce, is it? I could try doing it as one. Wouldn't that make me bonk my head though, because I have a lot more upward momentum from that than outward? I'm gonna try that because nothing else seems... Oh, but that requires a certain amount of vertical distance downward, a very precise amount. I counted, it was 6, 7 tiles? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-ish. That electricity is right there. But it's actually a good reference point. If I pretend the electricity is the ground... I hate this. This is a terrible strategy, and I don't even know if it'll work. I'll attempt to try it. I'll try to try. I was a little too low. Okay, so I want, like, my toe to be touching the corner of the lightning. My toe touched the corner of lightning a little too hard. This one problem is a pretty major one. Am I forgetting a technique I could be using here? Probably. I lost the coin flip. So it looks like to win the coin flip I want to aim kind of high. Whoa, what kind of jump was that? Not the kind I wanted. It broke the ground, but like gave me weird momentum. See, then I lost the coin flip in the other direction. Like, it's not actually a coin flip. It's just 1 tile thresholds. Like, I understand what's happening. It's just, it might as well be a coin flip with as much control as I get over that. Well, that worked! Gross! Let's clear the room and then input that as the solution, and... Oh, that's a 4... So that's another 4 tile thingy. Is this trying to teach me something about 4 tile... 4 tile corner jumps? Okay, well, you know what? Jank as this may be, I'm gonna use that solution here for, I mean, spiked wall bounce was taught in the gym. It's valid. It's just that since there was a bird tutorial in here in an optional room, it's clear to me that that's not meant to be how I do this room. However, it's the only technique I've been able to make work so far. And again, like, this is Grandmaster. Every available technique is at my disposal. I am unrestricted, I'm going to use whatever I can do to get the room done, and that's what gets the room done for me. There's probably just another thing I have not conceived of that I could do here. But that's the thing, if I haven't conceived of it, that basically means I can't do it except by accident. Or, well, I won't do it, more accurately. I should make sure I climb all the way up before doing that. I was too low. See, yeah, okay, so if I miss the double jump there... I mean, this room is probably just teaching me how to do 4 tile wide corner kicks, which I don't like. But maybe I should allow it to actually teach me that rather than avoiding the lesson. But this is what I can make work. Oh, okay, so go a little further with that wall bounce. Alright, you know what? I'm unsatisfied with what I'm doing here. I'm going to try again. I've proven that I've proven that my way works. Let's try the room's own way. Like, I did it twice. It's not just a fluke. I know I can make that happen. But it's lining up a tricky thing in open air, which I don't like. So, I nailed that, which I think I'm now finding easier because I'm just used to what the space looks like down there. I'm not going to insist on doing that without a dream grab, because I've been able to make that work a lot more than 50% of the time. It's a very biased coin flip. But, I don't know, maybe I just fluked that last attempt there. See, I gotta go, like, way farther before holding backward, and that's a weird input to make. I don't know. When I'm calibrated for 3 wides, to do a 4 wide is just a completely different thing. I said I would try. I didn't say I would commit to getting it done. I'm feeling like I'd rather solve this room now with the idea that maybe there was another way, rather than just spend too much time trying to make something work that I don't know that I'm going to make work. Well, so then the test is at the end where there is an implied 4-tile thingy that I'm going to try avoiding with a double climb jump. So whether that works or not may determine whether I can avoid this technique here or not. There's also a couple of Dream Hypers in a row that I have to nail, which is not free. It might not happen on the first attempt, at the very least. Horizontally, that's not too hard to line up. Vertically is the challenge I'm having. So a little higher than I keep thinking. So my toe's not quite touching the electricity. Well, yes. Certainly don't actually touch it. But, like, be a little farther away. So toes are half a tile above that corner. I think I have enough control over myself to make that adjustment. Or at least, you know, aim there. Yeah, okay. There we go, got the double. There we go, got a good wall bounce. I steered left way too early, and I was not feeling like that was gonna work. Okay, so if not, then good. It forces me to do the technique it's trying to teach, and maybe if I learn it in the second spot, that'll help me understand it in the first spot. I'm pressing my second jump so way too early there. That's all 100% my fault. I did it again. There. Nope, then that was too late. Still a pretty precise thing to do, even if I'm kinda doing it okay today. Oh, why did I drop? I need to jump. Oops. Nope. Sometimes my dream hyper bunny hop just isn't good enough. Maybe I'm spending too much time on the ground or something? Or it's just the amount of jump that I get. At least I'm not overshooting it every time anymore. See, now I'm undershooting, which is actually worse because I'm just as dead, but I'm dead later. Which means I waste more time on the way. Okay. Oh, I somehow failed that. I think I wasn't holding the direction at the right time, because I feel like I was actually lined up for it. Alright, here's the part where I feel like I know everything, I just have to make it all work at once. Except for the one thing I don't know, and the part of the room I haven't experienced. Yeah, that was way too high. Okay. Oops. Oops. Okay. Too high. Oh, too early. You know, there's a better way to do that. It's much more reasonable. I have more than enough stamina to do it, so I'm going to change my approach in that spot to be less hasty. Here's what I'm gonna do. Grab, go here, jump all the way across, climb up, climb, jump. Because, like, there's plenty of stamina for that. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go, okay. Oh, that worked. Okay, well, I'm learning nothing. Maybe. Okay, so I have to nail a dream hyper. Dash up right, nail another dream hyper, dash through the wall, dream hyper into ultra, then I'm done. Okay. Well, I think I didn't nail my dream hyper. Okay. Well, I'm there. The climb jump strategy does in fact work. I want to try, in the second spot, once again, the other approach. Not gonna do it in the first spot yet, just because that's way too fiddly. But the second spot is not. Second spot I get to rest and line myself up carefully, and a dash is not involved. I don't know how much that's gonna change things. But let's try the 4 wide corner kick. Not here, yet. So I go here. I don't know if my timing was off or if that's... I really would... Okay, so that one attempt has convinced me not to make a second one. Because my jump arc at that point is changing. I'm not going at a perfect 45-degree angle anymore. Gravity has asserted itself. So getting my limbs in the right place feels like it's going to be a lot more precise, or less intuitive at the very least. So I'm just going to do it the other way. If the later level asks for 4 wides, then at least I'll understand the concept, maybe? Or have it in mind, even if I don't understand how to do it. Worst case, I can always just, like, go back here in debug mode and practice this some more, if it turns out I need that technique. Ah! But let's focus on learning the dream hyper timing at the end. And then once that's done, the room will be done. Oh, I thought I did the other jump. I thought I heard it, but then my visual record tells me I didn't see a cloud of dust, so I probably was lied to by my ears. too high. Nope, that didn't work. Let's practice that another time or two. See, that didn't work. Am I too far apart with my inputs? See, that was extremely close together and it did not work. What's the determining factor then? Okay, let's be intentionally a lot farther apart. That was bad. Let's try simultaneous, like literally tap both jump buttons at the same time. That didn't work. Wait, what's this about then? Do I have to not be all the way up? Like, what's happening? That time I climbed down a pixel and it worked. That time I climbed down a pixel and it didn't work. Okay, so the climbing down doesn't seem to have to do with it. Let's try the other jump button. No, no better. In fact, a lot worse. I don't know, just sometimes that fails. Sometimes it works. I'm just gonna have to, win that coin flip, I guess. So what's that mean? I have a 25% chance of success. Assuming that everything else goes right. Maybe. No, I have defeated the theoretical coin flip of the dream grab. Like, I'm getting that basically every time. It's extremely rare that I miss it. So 50% chance with everything else. And see, like, that's not even accurate. That's just my mental model for, like... It sometimes works, it sometimes doesn't, so let's just say it's a 50% chance. A little too low. I'm looking at where, like, the thing that I'm going to be bouncing on rather than where Madeline is. Maybe if I looked at her position. I don't know, I feel like I'd missed the timing then. No, I should look at her position. Relative to the lightning. Alright, so eyes are going a little lower this time. Whoops! I had trouble finding myself there for a moment. How's my stamina? I was very inefficient and still had plenty. Okay, yeah, looking at Madeline helped a lot, but see, then I failed my coin flip there. Coin Flipside Cliffside. Sure. But okay, looking at her helps tremendously. I don't know how to help with that one, though. What? Whoa. Once again, let's practice. If I can just feel the rhythm a few times. Ooh, here's an idea. Don't think it's a good one. The idea was that I climb jump before I press the left direction. Which, like, separates my jump inputs by a little bit more. I could separate it by a lot more if I wanted. But if I'm holding outwards... Yeah, maybe this is just once again that issue I keep having with not holding outward before I press the jump. I mean, I'm nailing it here, so let's just hope that that cadence will stick with me and work in the other spot too. I forgot to look at Madeline, but that was okay. Yeah, okay, there we go. Okay. Oh, I was gonna try, but then I didn't. It's been too long. I was solving other problems. Look at Madeline. Yeah, I got it, but then I didn't commit all the way. What? Good. Good. Oh, bad. So what's hard about the double climb jump is that I have to modulate my left input. I have to wait until I'm in the air a little bit before I start veering left. Why is that hard? Well, it just is. Cross-hand coordination. I was too low and I could see it because I was looking down there. Okay. I was perfect and I could see it because I was looking down there. Wah! This is a lot of debugging I'm having to do after feeling like I had the room basically solved. Let's see, there was just those bothersome, lingering problems. The room wasn't as solved as I was imagining. Oh, too high. That's hard to time. Hard enough that I want to look for the real solution? Not yet. Just everything else I've tried has felt worse. Nothing has felt good. But that's the closest. Feels good when it works. Yeah, felt real good. Okay. What happened? What did I do? My trajectory was just all messed up and I didn't understand why or how. Oh, I thought that was good, but too low. What would my experience here have been like if I hadn't found that strawberry room, I wonder? Probably worse because that strawberry room gave me a lot of important practice with other things too, not just... Oh, I think I did... No, what did I do there? Something funny happened. Anyway. Good. Good. Gah! The ultra worked, but then the wallbots didn't. Again, that is not the end of the room. I've not yet nailed that one particularly scary dream hyper. Would I be better off doing a grab and a jump and skipping the hyper entirely? No, that wouldn't give me the trajectory I need. It has to be a dream hyper. Dream hyper, then a very late upright because I need all the leftness I can get. The final dream hyper I'm not worried about. Probably because I haven't experienced it yet, so I'm just imagining I'll do it perfectly. I'll learn to worry if it's necessary. Okay. Okay, that's... Oh, I think I actually just did my climb jump bad. Like I wasn't all the way up, was I? Good. Alright, you know what? Let's try this again. From here? I did it. Okay. I did it. Alright, so that Dream Hyper now is my worry. Okay, so new record. Alright, you know what? That felt fine, actually. Just aim a little higher. Maybe I fluked it. Maybe it's just that easy, actually. Yeah, so do it like it's a 3-tile, align the same vertical way, and the gravity should take care of the rest. Maybe. So, here. Oh, yeah, that's trivial. It's not a problem at all. Perfa! Early celebration! Alright, well, I'm almost there. Let's turn Perfa into perfection. I've gotten scarily consistent at that. Still no good at lining up wall bounces though, that basic action. That's one that never really gets entirely solved. Always has been hard, and I guess it always will be. Oops. Good. Good. Haven't missed that in a while. So that's nice. Okay, so about here. Great. 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 There we go. That's the way. That's the way. That's the way. Yes, what a fantastic room. Did I even do that wrong? I feel like I can... There's the watchtower. I was like, there's no watchtower here. Is this the end? No, definitely not. There's surely more level. Oh, that was good. That was good. I liked everything about that. I do still wonder if that one spot where I was doing the strawberry room technique had a better way. But just like lining up in open space the... one, just making the corner kick work at all, and two, doing the 4-tile wide one to grab the... Actually, I'm not even sure if... No, that wouldn't have worked. Because, like, the whole thing I had to do to make that second 4-tile thing work was to sit higher on the, sit higher on the wall that I jump from. If I'm doing a wall jump from that thing with the spikes on it, I will not land on the one I had to grab, no matter how far left I go. So no, I think I did that right. I think that's the only... Unless there's a secret third way, I think the way that I thought was the real way could never have possibly worked. Maybe, I don't know. It's just the signal that's telling me that I'm wrong about this is that the optional room with a bird tutorial told me how to do the technique that I then just assumed would be confined only to that room because the bird didn't tell me about it here. Anyway, but that's just an assumption about what makes sense for me as a level designer, and maybe it's false. Next time, this room. I'll see you then.